Recording. Okay, welcome to all of you for the session of CV drafting, how to use AI and Chat GPT for your interview preparation and whatnot for all the CA pass outs of May 25 exams. First of all, congratulations on passing this coveted exam. You are among those 14,247 candidates who made it out of thousands of candidates. Congratulations. You can put yourself an applause or some claps or some emojis to celebrate that. It's really a remarkable achievement. Earlier, there were 5,01,000 chartered accountants in this country. Now it's 5,15,000, and you are one of them out of those 146 crore people. Today on the World Population Day, you can feel yourself blessed that if you are 5,15,000 out of 146 crores, so you can calculate the percentage. So you'll realize 5,15,000 divided by 146 crores into 100, it happens to be 0.0003%. So 0.0003% is something you are valuable, okay? And as our Honorable Prime Minister said that our signatures are more powerful than the PM's signature, that should make you feel good. So congratulations once again. I am Chartered Accountant Deepak Mulchandani. I am the founder of this particular venture, Degree to Placements. I have been doing this activity for last 16 years now. I have trained more than 2,610 chartered accountants to get into the places where they want to be. And this is an exercise which happens after every result. It's a totally free exercise. It's a pro bono exercise, which I do so that my students and fellow members are able to navigate the journey in a easy and a better and an informed way. That's the purpose. I will not be hard selling any masterclass. Don't worry. I will not be selling you any course. Don't worry. In fact, I'll be sharing you opportunities, opening up your mind and enabling you to prepare your CVs better today, how to use tech in a nicer way so that you become a better chartered accountant amongst all those 14,000 itself. All set, good to go. So if you can type your locations from where you all are attending these sessions, it will give me that idea that what is the demography I'm serving. So can you please type your cities where you are attending this session from? Okay, one from Jalgaon, other from Surat, Neemach, Indore, somebody from Chennai. Great. Shimla. Wow. Sivani, Madhya Pradesh, Hyderabad, Nagda, Guntur. Great. Delhi, Coimbatore, Lucknow, Bhopal, Satna, Sagar, Salem, Tamil Nadu. Wow. Indore, Mumbai, Gunjan, Satara, Maharashtra, Jabalpur. Wow. They've got a handful of people coming from various parts of the country. Great. So without taking much of your time, because you are chartered accountants and members, let's jump on to what we are here for. Okay. Thank you. So first of all, the agenda for today, as I sent you that particular image, the agenda for today stands for the following things. Number one, I am here to help you in this: how to draft a CV, how to use AI and Chat GPT for interview preparation, how to decode packages, jobs offered to CA versus actual job of CA in various sectors, what job descriptions mean in reality. So within the next 1 hour, 20 minutes, let's see how much we can cover. If we cannot cover the full aspect because the discussions and questions will come in between, and even if it's there a spillover, we will be having another session. So it will be a series of sessions, and I will try to complete all the sessions by coming Wednesday, because after Wednesday, you will be having sessions from Big Four's pre-placement talks. So by the time you start interacting with all the people across Big Four and other industries, your CV should be ready. You should be pretty clear what the fields are all about, how things will go. Rohan, this is the session for chartered accountants. Articleship session got completed yesterday, Rohan. The recording would be uploaded very soon. So if you are looking for articleship in this session, no. We are here for chartered accountants today. Okay. Just wanted to give you the clarity so that if you listen, it's always good. But if you're not, your choice. Okay. So first things first, I want some interaction from all of you. Number one, how many of you think your first round would be a virtual interview round? Give me a yes or no. The first round would be a virtual interview round. So do you really think the way you dress, the way you look, the way you present yourself will matter on day one, or there is something before that which will make you eligible for this virtual round? So your eligibility, your ticket to the interview is your CV. Correct? So any boy, any girl who's getting into the particular zone, getting into this particular profession will be forwarding the first thing. So the first thing is not your personality, but the first thing which will get into there is your CV. So your CV is your identity. Correct? So that identity has to be drafted, and not drafted, but crafted. You have to craft your CV. I keep getting these inquisitive questions from candidates. Where can I get, or can somebody draft a CV for me? I can't tell you. Somebody cannot draft a CV for you because it's your identity. God did not even make two people similar, two leaves similar. Even our 10 fingers are having different impressions. Do you really think a CV can be similar? No. All of you have got into different articleships. You have experienced different things. So you are supposed to develop those capabilities to present all that experience into 2 pages, so that somebody who reads and picks this up and says, I want to meet this boy or the girl. I want to have a word with him or her. That is what is needed, my friends. So CV happens to be your identity. And when you draft your CV, tell me one thing. If I say the word banker, okay, what kind of an image comes to your mind? Tell me. How do you imagine a banker? A normal banker, not the necessary investment banker. Which dress do you imagine? What kind of dresses bankers wear? You need to type formals. Okay. Pants, shirts, formals, three-piece suit with a briefcase. Okay. Professional suits. Fine. Okay. Great. So when all these things they wear, so they,
बैठिए कर रहे थे
sorry, Devam, you are not supposed to speak. Thank you. I'll ask you to, okay, great. Thank you. So the bankers, you will always find them in a particular way. So what image they give you? So the image they give you, that they are not in flashy clothes, they are not in wrong clothes, they are not having very revealing clothes. So what happens? Because they carry you predictability, they carry trust, they carry relatability with you. So banker is a person who is going to handle your money. So he should not be a unique piece coming to you, that your focus goes on the person rather than the matter. If you see chartered accountants, lawyers, doctors, they all are simply and formally dressed because they are not selling themselves. They are selling an intellect. So a predictability, a trust, a reliability should come from you. So a resume is your representative. The interviewer will see the resume before they see you. And it becomes a guide for them to ask relevant questions to you. Am I clear till here? I want participation. Say yes or no. Am I clear till here? Give me a yes or no. Okay, fair enough. So once I am into this, so now tell me, once you get there, 5 things you need to keep in mind to build a best version of yourself. So what is a resume? A resume is a best version of you. Best version of you. So the best version of you is, number one, contents in the language has to be worked upon. I hope all of you have got your notepads ready. Or do you want me to pause for a minute, or can I go on? to grab your notepads. Okay. So it's there, it's nice. So first thing is contents and language, note it down. Second is the structure of your resume. That is very important. Third is quantification of your work. Now, what do I mean to say by quantification? I'll evolve this further. Then you're supposed to balance it and then supposed to review it. Okay. So first, contents and language. Second is structure. Third is quantification. Fourth is balancing it and reviewing it. Fourth and fifth, actually. So the moment I say the word contents and language, so a resume should be a narration or statement of facts. You tell me. I did this. I did that. I am doing audit. Should that be the case, or it should be stating certain facts and information? Sir, it should be a statement of facts. And statement of facts should be presented in such a way that the person should get that feel ki, ha, I want to talk to him or her. So the second aspect comes in. So the content has to be very clear. The language has to be very artistic, stylish, British, Shakespearean English, or simple, easy to understand English. Tell me. Simple, professional, and easy to understand. Correct. So you're not supposed to give a headache to a person. You're supposed to make life easier for the person. He's coming for recruiting a person. So लगना चाहिए हाँ इससे बात करूँ. Correct? Okay. Simple, professional, and easy to understand. Very nice. So now when you go into the structure of your resume, there are a few things which you need to know. Number one, your name, contact. Contact information comprises of only your mobile number or your mobile, email, and LinkedIn ID. So contact should be mobile, email, and LinkedIn ID. And your age. Three things. Correct? Education and articleship. These are two must have an essential components, education and articleship. Then comes is academics. Fourth is your skills, and fifth is your project and extracurricular activities. I must repeat, I must say, CV drafting for CA articleship, if certain candidates are attending, will be a bit more heavy on them right now because this is for a person who has done their chartered accountancy. Okay. So the content may not be available for CA articleship, guys. Okay. So please don't carry everything. I have given you the format for your purpose also in the session of CA articleship CV drafting. Okay. Taruna, why age? Age is needed to understand the fitment in the team. Correct? Now, what do I mean to say by the word fitment? If the fitment of the team means if the overall team is comprising of 22 to 25-year age people and somebody from 45 age or 36 age comes into that team, the team formation gets a bit different. So that's why. There is no other logic behind seeking for age, and these are suggestions. You don't want to keep, it's your choice. Okay. So name, contact, age, education, articleship, academics, skills, and then your projects and extracurricular activities have to come in. Okay. Now there are few things which you need to keep in mind. Don't draft your CV in a hurry. So what do you understand? When you draft a CV, so first of all, list out your work. Now this is one very important thing, list out your work. Now, what does that mean? You all are coming through the articleship of 3 years. Am I correct? Now within 3 years, you would have done multiple works. Rahul, I'll come to, yes, education, school education will also come in. I'll get into the details of the structure now, beta. So keep listening, you will get all the details. So first is list out your work. Now the moment I say the word list out your work, people get into a situation, what should I list? I'll show you how to list out your work. You can't remember what you did in 3 years immediately. So the first location where you should do is how much work you have done. You should be having the office timesheet. If you have a culture of putting up a timesheet in the office, kitna kitna kaam kara, how much work did you do is there in the office timesheet. Sir, there we were writing only one liner. So what you can do is you can draw a simple matrix like this. Jan, Feb, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. Correct. So your articleship started off in 2022, if I am not wrong. Can you give me a yes or no? You all started in 2022. Somebody would have taken some extra attempts, would have started even earlier. 21. It's okay. So whatever the years you have your for articleship, I am taking a simple case where you started in 2022, 2023, 2024, and now we are in 2025. Okay. So you would have started in July. So you would have had it a busy season in August, September, October. Okay. Your year one would have got completed here. So you got another busy season. Then year two, another busy season. And then you would have gone on leave. Correct? I am presuming if there is a 3 year movement. Otherwise, you would have done work. And now you would have done multiple things in this particular time. Statutory audit, internal audit, concurrent audit, special nature work, etc. Okay, so when you would have done multiple things like these, what will happen? You need to list out. And then once you do statutory audit, what kind of companies you have audited for? You have audited private companies, public companies, NGOs, trusts, partnership firms, sole proprietorship firms, all these things. So you start listing down your work. The first thing you will get to list down is what all did you do. So you open up your timesheets and then start looking at those timesheets in a organized way for all the months which you have done. So this will give you a clear-cut idea that how do I put my work which I have done in 3 years. Is this all making some sense to you? Can I continue in this format? चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स बहुत ज्यादा एक्सप्रेस नहीं करते ना. It's going well. अरे वाह. So there is one person called CA Sahab. The login name is CA Sahab. Okay, CA Sahab. Okay. So once you list all these things, what will happen to you? So you will be able to find out क्या काम किया है, what all work you have done. Okay. Once that work which you have done gets listed, then you are supposed to prioritize. First list out your work and then prioritize. What would you like to show? What would you not like to show? I'll tell you what. If you have done TDS return filing, so that is a very routine thing you would not like to show. Correct? So prioritize what all work, because what will happen is 0 year, first 6 months, it's learning in office. So by the time you complete 3 years, you will start laughing on your own what I was doing in the first 6 months. How many of you can relate? Bole, sir, what kind of work I did in first 6 months, I would not like to tell. बहुत ही अजीब अजीब काम किया था. How many of you agree? Yes or no? But now you realize it's fine. That is the part and parcel. That's how you learn. Agreed? PAN application and all this is how it works. So no worries on that. So you prioritize that now. Hmm. So prioritize. And then the third most important aspect comes is sanitize. Now sanitize is not like simply deleting everything. You have to sanitize and see what all is important to you. So what is important, what is not so important, and what is useless. So whatever is useless has to be removed. आप समझ रहे हो मतलब if you all have come in here to attend 1 hour where after 1 hour you will get a CV, I think no. But after 1 hour you'll get a lot of clarity that how to draft a CV. And then you'll realize it's not a job overnight. You can't simply put things in GPT and get a CV for yourself. I think you would all have tried also. How many of you tried getting a CV from GPT? Tell me honestly. Did anyone try? Ritik tried, okay. Shubhanshi tried. Just to check. Vishakha, yes. Divya, fine. It's perfectly okay. The technology is at your hand. But please understand, they will be giving you standard templates. Your work is yours. To get some ideas, fine. So sanitize it. Okay. And now comes the next task. So see, work listing done, prioritization done, sanitization done. So now what we all have left is what we have to show. So if you go back, first one was structure, which was done. Contents and language done. Now we are coming to step 3. That is quantify. Now, how do I quantify, sir? Tell me one thing. How will you write? It's a small exercise to all of you. You all are supposed to write that thing in the chat box. You have done a statutory audit of a private limited company. Okay. And its turnover was 500 crores. Okay. And you were having a team of 5 people. I think you would have done a company audit or a partnership firm audit. So can you draft one simple sentence saying that what if you have to write in the CV, draft one sentence and put it on the chat? It's perfectly okay. You can take a minute or so and then put everything and then put it across. And I will make the chats open. Yes, chats are open for all. So I've got a couple of them. Vatsal is up here. Very good. Executed statutory audit of companies exceeding turnover of 500 crores, thereby leading a team of 5. Fine. Assisted a statutory audit of private limited company having turnover of more than 500 crores. Okay. Actively participated in the statutory audit of private limited company turnover with an engagement team of 4 other persons. Correct. Assisted in carrying an audit of companies having a turnover of 500 crores. Perform statutory audit of a private entity having turnover of 500 crores. Somebody says more than 100 crores. Perform statutory audit of a private company having turnover of 500 plus crores with a team of 4 people. Led a team of 5 members in doing statutory of a company having more than XYZ turnover. Okay. Okay. So none of you तरुण, आई एम कमिंग टू इट. ये आप लोगों ने लिखे, मैंने नहीं बताया. दिस इज व्हाट आई वांटेड टू गेट फ्रॉम ऑल ऑफ यू फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल. कि आपके मन में क्या है बेटा. आई एम कमिंग टू इट. दैट्स ऑल यू आर हियर फॉर. A renowned private limited company having turnover of 500 crores. Okay. So none of you have written one particular sentence which I would like to highlight. Either was a part of team or led an audit team for a private limited company having turnover of 500 crores involving 5 team members from audit planning and engagement till finalization, conclusion and reporting. End-to-end audit. किया तो होगा. All of you would have done it some or the other day. You would have started the planning and then completed the audit and reporting also. But all those sentences are missing. How many of you realize, yes, sir, I have done everything, but that is missing in my sentence? Give me a hand raise. So that is what you are supposed to add, my friends. Quantifying your work means this. Led an audit team for a private limited entity. Yeah, assisted as a part of team and worked from audit engagement planning points to conclusion, reporting, conclusion, client discussion, and final issuance of reports. These are the action points which are needed in quantification. तो इससे पता चलता है कि काम क्या किया है. अभी general sentence comes in what? 500 crore companies, private company audit. Now, what did you do in audit? That is what the person wants to know, na? So does that makes a difference? Give me a yes or no. So something better comes in from Mr. Lenovo. So that is the first thing. Okay, now few more points I would like to highlight. So if you have done a concurrent audit of a bank, if you have done a statutory audit of a private limited company or a public limited company, it should come as a highlight. And if it's a listed company, then it should be mentioned as a listed company. Some of you may be doing articleship everywhere. So you would have done a listed client as well as private as well as a public company. So mention that in your CVs. So your CV should have few things like these. Okay. Second quantification, what I want to ask you is, should you be mentioning the name of the company or not? Nikita says no. Ritik says yes. Gauri says no. No, 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 no. Your answer is wrong. You all can write the name. For example, I was working in a company where I was able to work for, let's say, Hindustan Unilever Limited. Don't you think I should be writing that I was a part of the Hindustan Unilever Limited audit team? Shouldn't I be writing? Will this be a violation of confidentiality of the code of ethics? If you would have read the code of ethics very properly, mentioning the name is a problem or mentioning the specific details is a problem. So then why are you hesitant to put your name for famous companies? I'll tell you what, if I have to write, correct? So if I will write, I'll say, led the audit team of 500, led the audit team of a private limited company जिसका नाम AB, led the statutory audit team of ABC Private Limited having a turnover of 500 crores plus, specializing working in textile industry. What does this sentence gives? Status of the company, turnover, as well as the business nature. So these three things will give an idea to the client or to the interviewer to ask questions, what all work did you do? Now, what is the best thing about it? If you have done that work, you can explain it very nicely. So you will lay down the ground rules for interview by giving a proper specific CV. Hello. Should I repeat my sentence? Conducted या led या participated as a team member for a statutory audit of ABC Private Limited, comma, ABC Private Limited having a turnover of 500 crore plus in textile industry. So if I am a part of, let's say, a power company, worked in the power company, having a turnover of so and so, so this will give an idea कि किस level का काम किया है. Correct? So that's quantification. Okay, if you have done some bank audits and you have found some deficiencies, what will you write? Participated in the statutory bank audit. Is that so? Or will you go specific? You should go specific. That is what I am trying to tell. So I hope I have been able to ignite that particular thought in your mind that the way you have to write is a bit different than what we are supposed to do. Quantification is clear. So after reading and listening to all this, you will realize CV making cannot be done in 1 hour. How can you define your 22 and a half years or 22 years or 25 years of degree in one page in 1 year? Yeah, come on. Even if it takes 25 hours, it's fine. It is the best version of you which should come out. Now, once you have prepared everything, see on if you have done a smaller company up to 45 crore, 45 crore is also fine. And you were a team member. Okay, you have 1 to 2. Yes, group name should be there, Vinit Kumar. See on what you can do is how to put it in a better way. Part of the team having turnover of 45 crores and led the team from conceptualization of audit or inception of audit to conclusion of it, including audit planning, engagement, testing, reporting, and discussion with management. So that will give you an idea. What's the moment you get into forensic audits, there you will have an issue that you can't give the exact numbers and the name of the person. But you can say, I worked in ABC Limited. For example, you have worked in forensic for ABC Limited. You can say, I worked in forensic for ABC Limited. Now, here the interviewer can question your integrity and ethics. He will say, which department did you audit? What were the findings? There you are supposed to go and tell him, sir, I cannot disclose that as a part of code of ethics. Confidentiality has to be maintained. So that's a question which is having a double-edged sword. If you open up, you lose it. Your integrity is questioned, your ethics are not in place. And if you say that, so then your integrity and ethics is tick mark in the front of interviewer ki he will not open up his mouth. All right? Yeah, regulatory body is no problem. If you're working for SEBI, if you're working for RBI, that's okay. Okay. So now once that is done, you are supposed to review it. Once the first draft is prepared, so you all have a homework today. So I just before I forget, I'll be showing you 4 or 5 sample CVs also. Okay. So don't worry on that. Review it once first draft is prepared. Then look at it again after 24 hours. So if you prepare a CV today, then you're supposed to look at the CV once again after 24 hours. So what will be the benefit? You will start realizing that there are certain things which were not so important were still lying there. You would like to redraft it. Doesn't it happen that when you revise your notes, when you revise your subjects, you realize that I can make it still better? Yes or no? Hello. Correct. So that's how you are supposed to do most of the time. So you are supposed to review your CV also, my friend. That's your identity. Nikita, similarly, direct, indirect tax, if you have worked You can say I work for the compliance of GST for large clients, multiple clients, multitasking with the clients and helping them draft replies, response to notices, presentations before IT-80 tribunals. If you have done any, you can write things properly, Nikita. Okay. So then again make changes and then modify it and then look afresh again. You're supposed to look fresh again to your CV key, what changes I made, still it looks good or not. It is as good as getting dressed for one of your favorite and most awaited parties. The way you look at your dress, na, मैं सही दिख रहा हूँ, this my haircut is proper, my nail are proper or not. Similarly, that CV has to be decorated. On उसको GST रजिस्ट्रेशन को मैं थोड़ा डेकोरेट करके बोलूंगा. Onboarding clients on GST portal. Onboarding clients on GST portal. Coordinating with the government agencies and getting the registration through. ये नहीं लिख सकते ना सीवी में लेन देन करके रजिस्ट्रेशन दिलवाया. That we can't say. It can be onboarding candidates on onboarding clients on GST registration portal. Yeah, GST portal. Got it? अच्छा, there are strict no's in a CV. Let me also share that. ये आपको नहीं लिखना है in a CV. No declaration. Okay. I do hereby certify that all the facts above given are correct. You are not issuing a certificate. First. Second, you were a part of a CA conference. तो क्या करें? Were you a speaker at the conference? Were you working something in? Were you a part of a committee of that conference? Then it's fine. Otherwise, every CA conference has got 600 registrations. So you went there, you ate some good food, got clicked some photos for Instagram, enjoyed and got that kid bag and came home. No, that's not something to be mentioned in CV. When you write hobbies, okay, I still get CVs where people come back and say listening to music, making friends, surfing the OTT and Netflix. Is this a hobby or is this a statement that I don't have any productive work to do, so I simply waste my time? Tell me, is this productive work or simple waste of time? It's a simple waste of time, which should not be happening. Hmm. Okay. Yes. So then a resume should have action words, accomplishments, and skills which make you better, and it should be easy to read. A resume should have action words, accomplishments, skills which make you better, and it should be easy to read. So what are the rules to make it ready? You should know every part of your resume. Okay. There should be no typing mistakes, no grammatical mistakes, no long sentences. You can get it reviewed by your friend. They are the best critics, you know. यार मेरा review देख ले. So they will be able to give you good idea what it is all about, how it is looking. Correct? Hello. Yeah, if you are practicing post articleship, see your overall, yes, awards and certificates can be written. So if you have been after if ऐसा होता है, it happens that your articleship is complete and you are still writing your CA final exams. So in that case, what happens is your experience gets into two categories. Number one, pre articleship experience and post articleship pre-qualification experience. Pre-qualification experience, you can say. I'm coming to that, Vineet. Photo is a choice, but my personal preference. I'll tell you why. Kiran are gender neutral name. There can be a boy or a girl with name Kiran. Divya and Divya. Bhavya and Bhavya. All these names are gender neutral. Boys and girls both can have the name. So it's better to have a photograph, a professional photo, so that your structure is there, your face is there in front of whom I am getting. Nowadays, with virtual things, it has been lost. A lot of times it has happened is somebody is ghosting your interview. Ghosting means somebody else is giving the interview, somebody else is joining the company. It should not be the case. So I would personally prefer that a photo should be there. And I've consulted with multiple HRs also, and they say it's preferable. So that person has a mindset ready कि मैं किससे बात करने वाला हूँ, whom I am supposed to speak to. Okay? And none of the Instagram photos. I am coming to it, Harshita. How it has to be structured, I am opening it up. I'll show it to you also. So I'll be now. Sion, if once you are done with this noting, please let me know. So I'll scroll down and show you some sample series. Oh, done? Great. Rules done. So all of you are writing. Mhm. Okay. So now it's time for me to show you few resumes now. Okay. So I'll show you few sample resumes. So I have masked their name and addresses and everything, but trying to give you an idea that what a good resume looks like. So there is no fixed format. Let me tell you, there is no compulsion that resume must have all this, but these samples will give you a fair bit of an idea. सर आइडिया लग जाता ना, लास्ट ईयर रिपोर्ट देख के पता चल जाता है इस साल का रिपोर्ट कैसा बनाना है. When you look at the last year numbers and analytical procedures, so you know where to start and go. That's what the help will be. So here is the first resume. For every Taruna, it's perfectly okay to have two-page resume. Nobody is There is no rule. So there is now the first one. Okay. And once you are done with this page understanding, so you say scroll in the chat, so I'll scroll it down so you'll understand what this. Can I scroll down? Done or not? Not necessary. Okay, Shubhanshi, let me also tell you this one fear which is created. Okay, what do you say ATS? What ATS is all about? Tell me. Tell me what ATS is. Shubhanshi. So I'm not getting the answer itself. By the time you Google it out and then give me the answer, let me tell you. ATS is Applicant Tracking System. Okay. And in Chartered Accountancy, Applicant Tracking System is more on a one-to-one basis, not purely scanned and screened by a software. The recruitment HRs for chartered accountants look for key skills. They can't simply put your PDFs into a software and say whether this is accepted or rejected. We are not having monotonous engineers here to recruit. This happens more in IT companies where the keywords are Java, Python, C, C++, LLM, all those Python, BI, Ultrix, all those things are specific. So the ATS picks up those keywords. Here, that is not the case. This is the resume of a very active chartered accountant who was very active in school, in college, and everything. That is the first one. Can you find one mistake in this particular resume if you look at it properly? What is one mistake you can say? What is that one mistake? Sir, the spacing is not proper. Then the spacing will create a lot of trouble. So now I'll tell you why. Somebody who's as skilled as this, spacing uska galti nahi hua hai. The person has not done a mistake. The moment he converted this into a PDF, this happened. So what is supposed to do? Once I convert this into a PDF, I should recheck what is going on. There is no error on the part of the child. The only thing is software has created this issue. But you should look at it. So that's the first CV. Okay. Let me bring another one for you. Sounds interesting? Helpful? Yes or no? Mm-hmm. Okay. If it's serving the purpose, nothing like it. So now let's go to sample 2. So here is sample 2. So this person has been working somewhere already. Now this is a different format. So the person was already working somewhere in abroad. Mihika, we still have a meeting going on. Okay, so this AI tool is trying to give me the summary of the meeting. The meeting is still going on. Yeah. So what is the difference? Can you understand the difference in the earlier CV and this CV now? So it's ending up within one page. If you ask me personally, this seems to be more clean and more organized as compared to the earlier one. But the earlier guy had loads of things to show and showcase. Correct? Can I go ahead? Give me a yes or write on the chat, go ahead. So I'll take the third CV. I have 5 to show you. Second one, okay? So third CV. Here it is. Residential address is not needed, but what is there is the location will help you. So let's say if I want a person who is in Mumbai, and anyways, if you are there in Mumbai for some time and you are sending a CV for a Mumbai to a Mumbai recruiter, then you say, no, I am in Mumbai. So this is a hack actually. This is a trick. So if somebody says, ye Mumbai ka hai, so they'll interview faster. Provided you should be in Mumbai. Huh? Please remember that. Can I go ahead to the next one? Give me a yes or no. This is the third one. So here is the fourth one. Now this fourth one comes in the traditional format which you have been seeing or you would have been preparing. So here you have a professional qualification, educational qualification, and your work experience. So here the person has worked somewhere. See on templates, these are all templates only which I am showing you. What I am more concerned is about the writing and the content which you are putting into that CV. Not necessary, Shraddha. This one is having score of all CPT, IPCT final. See, I'll tell you once again, there are no defined rules. How would you like to present yourself is the main important aspect. Look at the work which they have done. Nature of work, statutory audit, private equity. This is something really good. Roles and responsibility. I would appreciate this. Go ahead. Attempts basically not needed actually. वो दिख जाता है उनको. You are not supposed to say I have took 5 attempts, 4 attempts. Divya, this is a traditional format, but this is still a very good format. Look at the nature of work. I'm trying to explain it this way only. How nicely they have highlighted every single thing, how action words are appearing, how quantification has been done. Are you all getting an idea into this or not? Go ahead. Taruna, this is a catch here. Uploaded CV or CV which we carry for an interview can be different in case we forget to add something while uploading CV. You can, and you can simply say that, sir, it can have a negative impact as a positive impact also. I'll tell you what, if you can say, sir, can you take this new CV? So they'll say, what about the other CV? So now they'll say you were careless in uploading the documents first. Secondly, you can say, sir, improvising is a never ending exercise. I thought I am able to present myself better with this CV. So if you can consider, that would be great. Otherwise, I am comfortable with the old CV also. ऐसा बोलने का. Okay. So this is a 2-pager if you see. Okay. So fourth. Now the last one. Where it is, where it is, where it is, where it is. The fifth one. I will share. Should not be a problem. मेरे को क्या है दे दूंगा मैं. CVs will be shared only to those people. Now here is a catch. CVs will be shared to only those people who write a good post about this session on LinkedIn and tag me, and then I will DM the CVs to them. Yes. So can you all do that? So I'll get some mileage on LinkedIn. I think that's a good thing. So that's promotional promotion. Correct. I think that's a good catch actually. So I'll get around like 30, 40 mentions now on LinkedIn to increase the traffic. But let me tell you, I already have a 21K following, but I would like to gain that traction. Nothing wrong in doing that. Na, आजकल सब ऐसा चलता है. So how many of you say that, yes, sir, if I want templates, so please, I will write a post and then you send me the templates. That's a good catch actually. Let's get to the next one, please. There's another one. Do you find this a bit similar to the first one? Rahul, I have a session on that, how to update or improve your LinkedIn profile. That session I did pre-result also. I will do it once again also. That is what I'm saying. Before you get to the pre-placement talk sessions, ये सब अभी next Wednesday, Thursday तक I'll complete. You are supposed to bring all your friends together so that you can do all this. I don't know. People are spending 5,000 rupees, 6,000 rupees on a 10-day workshop to do all this, which I'm doing it for free right now for all of you. Go and look at the syllabus, what they are saying. They are saying that we'll draft your CV, we'll help you do this, we'll help you do that. All these things are being done for free. You don't need to join any course. The only problem is nowadays, after becoming a chartered accountant, a fear has been installed in all of your mind that you have done chartered accountancy, you are not sufficient enough for the market. You need to do multiple things, multiple crash courses or multiple master classes, which is not needed actually. Okay, so this is the fifth one. So these are the five CVs. Let's see a sixth one also. That would be the last one. Then I'll conclude these things. Yes, this is another good one. So this is the person who has done some work in different places. So he has done his course, foundation, intermediate, class 10, 12th, and then work experience. Okay. Now, if you are pursuing something parallelly, Rahul, you can mention that. Should not be a problem. Palak, if you have cleared the CA groups one by one, you can mention both of them. Final group 1, May 25, final group 2, November 24. It's fine. See, are you able to see action words, important things? Don't you think as a recruiter, you will be more interested in asking those things which have already worked? So you'll set up the interview in such a way that the person will ask those questions which you are interested in or which you have done actually on your own. What diseases, yeah? Come on. Do you have any specific disability? Because there are certain criteria to have people differently abled at their workplace under the diversity hiring. If you have that, then it's fine. Otherwise, if you are joining any company, any manufacturing concern or any plant location, they will ask you to undergo medical tests, which is a common thing. Okay. No need to highlight that disease here unless it is something very serious which requires special attention at workplace. That's a different case altogether, Ritik. Okay. So can I say yes, these samples are through? So now let's do some GPT talk also, na? That was another thing. No, if it is not affecting your work, it's fine. See, this is more relevant in case of government companies. If your different ability is considered to be an additional factor for getting employed in any government company, then it's fine. Otherwise, no. PSUs come in campus. PSUs come. Okay. So now can we do something related to GPT so that you become versant that how do I mention? Ritik, you can mention in interest pursuing CFA, you can say plan to pursue CFA. It's fine. So let's go to GPT. Where is it? I have it in my iPad. Yes. So now how can you use GPT? Just a minute. I'll just. Why not? Uh-oh. It was not connected. Yeah, just a sec. Just give me a minute so that I can sign in to show you. The password should not display. Here we are. So what all you want to study? Come on. What all you want to do? First of all, give a proper command to GPT. Okay. I want you to train me for an interview. Now, I hope you understand that GPT remembers what you have searched earlier. So GPT knows that I'm a chartered accountant. Okay. So what kind of an interview? So you have to give to GPT. So he'll ask me to do all these things. Treat me as a beginner. Here are the questions for all of you. For how many of you this is eye-opening? Tell me. Give me an answer. सो गए क्या सब लोग? Everybody is asleep or there? Come on. You're there. Are you able to see what tech can do? I want you to train me for an interview. Treat me as a beginner. Now, if I say foundation and structure day 1, 2, you're in deep dive, you can get your basic statutory audit concepts, accounting standards, general ones, HR questions, and they've given you Drop your draft here and I'll help improve it. So he's asking you to write a particular response and then accordingly he'll improvise it further. Then I can say, okay, change it to internal audit. Now change it to direct taxes. Now tell me how many of you really need some interview preparation sessions, paid sessions, if everything is available here. So the only thing is once you do all this, you have to work on everything. So what people want is कि मैं पैसा खर्च कर दूं और मुझे हाथों हाथ बस आप पास करा दो. ऐसा नहीं होने वाला है. Nobody will help. Correct? वो बोलता है I will provide short explanations. Provide questions for basic of direct taxes. लो. Every wise there is a section available and there are questions available. I'm right now doing it in front of you live. We've got 32 questions. Don't you think you can do a full interview preparation using Chat GPT? Huh? So the only thing is you have to be patient and spend time and invest time with the machine, and the machine is ready to train you. So it's for all of you to go and make that noise in the WhatsApp group, in the Telegram group, on the LinkedIn that why are we spending money to learn all this? It is as good as available here. Correct? Okay. So I think we'll be hard pressed for time today. So we have a few things to done. I think most of you have got an idea today. So I hope this session has been useful for you. Now, if you want all the sample CVs, I will send it across to you, but you need to put me on LinkedIn with a mention. I hope you all are connected with me on LinkedIn. Give me a yes or no first of all. So there are three ways: LinkedIn, Telegram, and WhatsApp group. Are you all connected at all the three levels? So if you say all three, write all three. Otherwise, whichever is not connected, I'll share you the links. Hmm. मिस्टर एडमिन, इंटरव्यू की तैयारी के लिए अभी बिग 4 बिग 6 का स्ट्रक्चर समझना बाकी है, and accordingly you have to plan yourself also. It's not something you just get up and go and get yourself interviewed. There's a lot of back end work which comes. So you have to prepare these questions. जो अभी आपको सिखाया है मिस्टर एडमिन, you are supposed to use chat gpt, which I have shown you. So these are the questions. Now if you want answers, they will give answers also. Provide me answers with this. So provide me answers of these questions. There you go. No, sweetie, no need for analyzing any reference clause in CV. No, no need for that. Your CV, your degree itself is a big reference, beta. I might would have been exhausting my limit for the GPT. That's what it's saying, analyzing. A principal, anyway, your articleship name will be there, beta. Articleship firm where you have done articles, it's fine. One more thing. जो भी कोई आपसे ब्लाइंड रिक्वेस्ट भेजता है ना, मेरे को सीवी भेज दो मत करो. So you have to have patience. Okay. A separate cover letter is not necessary apart from resume. Your email text, your email body will be sufficient cover letter. Separate cover letter nahi jata hai. Your email text and the attached CV is enough. So the email text becomes your cover letter. Okay. Where are the answers? Come on. So I have exhausted my limit. So they have given an Excel file. So let's download the Excel file to see the question and answers if it's possible. So here are the answers. Here is the question. There is the answer. Wow. So here is the guide to pass. See, life can be so easy, provided you are simply ready to use tech for purposes other than only doom scrolling of Instagram reels. All of you are there on the WhatsApp group. Why can't you write simply 2 sentences on WhatsApp group that the session was good enough? I have been asking all of you. बहुत आलसी हो सब जने. So if you are on the WhatsApp group, can't you write good session, learned a lot, it was beneficial. It develops the mileage for others to believe कि free में भी कुछ अच्छा मिल सकता है. I think the problem is everything is coming for free, so it's being taken for granted. So here is GPT for you. So AI and Chat GPT. I think the agenda we have completed. ये कुछ छूट गया देखो. Let me see if something is left out. Why can't this happen that you can simply write a small response just now? Drafting a CV, use of AI and Chat GPT for interview prep. JDs and job descriptions is something which we need to do. So there will be a spillover and we will do a session on Sunday also. Sunday or Monday. I'll apprise you about that and then send you an invite also. But the timing will be 7 p.m. only. Okay. Correct. So what I want from all of you is a mention on LinkedIn to want, if you want templates. Okay. So who's going to do that first? The first one will get a bonus of interview prep questions also. Come on. So a LinkedIn thing should be there. Okay. So I'll be sending you on your personal DM. Finally, there are some responses coming on WhatsApp. Great.